You're listening to Asharami Radio. All right, then we're moving quickly into the next segment of the show, and with us, well, joining virtually but live with us in the studio here is no other person than Dr. Onyeka Ironya. I hope I called the name right. And just before she comes on, let me let you know who we are bringing on. Now, we've been talking about pushing boundaries, and this is somebody that has influenced pushing boundaries. In fact, she was mentor to students, and under her wings she was able to birth a total of 14 first class students. Come on.
That's
It's not from
amazing.
one person, not one school, not university. From one person was able to mentor and birth 14 first class graduates and 47 second class upper graduates. At this point, I think I would have really loved to have Dr. Onyeka as my course advisor and my project mentor in school. Maybe my life would have been different. But anyway, we are glad to have you right here on the show. And if you can hear us right now, Dr. Onyeka, we are ready to have you on. Please unmute your microphone. And if you're comfortable, you can turn on your video while we welcome you to Asharami Radio.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Onyeka. It's good to have you on Asharami Radio Live.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Onyeka. Good afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
It's our absolute pleasure. Amongst the first class graduates, you had two of the best graduating students. So our question is simple. How did you do it?
Thank you for the question. But I'll say we all did it. From the security man at the gate, the cleaners that make sure that the classes are clean and conducive, to my colleagues that all taught the students, were patient with them, made sure they really imparted knowledge, not just breezing in and out of the class. To those in the labs, the technical people, to my head of department, to my dean, Professor Sheku, to our mother in the department, Professor Bolaobo, the DVC ANR, and the management, and especially the Vice Chancellor, for making it a conducive environment, taking care of our needs, and seeing to it that we get the best. And I think that's how we made it. That's what contributed. Then coming to the students, they worked hard. They really worked hard, and they believed in themselves. From their first year, I told them my experiences in school, and I begged them for one thing. I didn't make a first class, I didn't make a 2-1, but that your mother, because I call them my children, so they call me mother, didn't make it. That my aspiration is for you to be higher than I am. So I encouraged them. We all encouraged ourselves. We had groups, study groups and everything, and we all encouraged ourselves. So that's how we got to this point. Yes.
I can't help but to see a heart of a motherly love, empathy, care, and love in your approach to, making these children come through their best. But I just want to ask a quick question. Forgive me for being spontaneous. But how does one balance, that emotional love and pushing someone for being better because there are times when you are driving for the best in someone, you care about them, but it might look tough. What people like to say, tough love. But how do you balance that, especially when you're trying to push boundaries? And this is very relevant in a generation where we have a lot of people who have mental breakdowns, who put not excuse, some of them justified reasons, but the reasons why they can't seem to move past the norm is like maybe a mental strain. And if you push too hard, it might look like they're going to break. And then you handled this generation and you were able to do that while balancing love and empathy. How can one do that? And how can we effectively adopt those principles in our strategy towards making a difference and pushing boundaries?
Thank you. The first thing I did was to have a personal relationship with each and every one of them. It wasn't easy because there were about 110 students, but I'd already signed up for it. I've always loved children. I wanted to have 6. My husband said maximum of 2. So when I had them, when they came, most of them were 16. Most, they were young. This is the first time of leaving their homes and everything. So you could see that puppy thing in them. So at that point, it was easier to, bond with them, tell them the truth about life. Yes, it's good. It's good to do this. It's good to do that. But you also have to know your limits. I think that's one of the things that helped my students. You have to know your limits. That someone parties every day doesn't mean you also have to party every day. When you know that you are not, you have to read 4 or 5 times, read a topic 4 or 5 times before you get to know or understand it or master it. And I told them my life experiences. I didn't hide anything. I told them the good, the bad, the ugly, and how I got to where I am, because it's by grace that I'm here.
True.
Okay? And I told them, of all of us that lived that life or had that experience I had, I think I say I'm the only person that actually came out. Scars, but I was able to come out. Some of them did not come out of it. So it's the most important thing is to have a personal relationship with people. The way you relate with it shouldn't just be a blanket thing. Some of them can be nasty, rude, and some can be very shy. For the shy ones, you have to give them confidence. Like, there are mistakes people make. A student will ask question in class, and there's a question might sound stupid. You don't say you're being stupid. Did you listen to yourself? No, you've not just killed that child's morale, but you've also made other students not to ask questions because they wouldn't want to be ridiculed. So sometimes I'll just be like, for this, you're going to get, I want you, when you're coming, you buy a cane. I'm going to flog you. I'll flog you. Then we'll talk about it, and I had students like all those 5 points, there were others, and I'll be like, okay, I'll call someone. I might call Harun, one of the 5 pointers. I might call Blessing, the best graduating female student. She's also from my class. I might just call anybody and say, okay, please, can you help me with this person? Help me explain this. And when the person, you might call them and they'll be like, no, we didn't really understand it. I'll go back to the lecturer or get a teaching assistant too. So the most important thing is just to have a personal relationship and deal with everybody on the personal basis. I think that's just the most important thing. That's how you achieve it and get the best out of them.
Thank you for sharing this wisdom. I think you've practically given us a very beautiful approach, somewhere with love and empathy, that in leading people, in guiding people, it doesn't always have to be forceful. That the days you use force, you balance it up with love. Thank you for sharing these insights. We'd like to hear from the 2 graduating students. I believe you said they are with you right where you are, right? So mom is with her children. So just quickly, and I just want to just know, how do you feel right now? So you can just let us know your name and tell us how you feel with this achievement and what you hope to do in the future.
Yeah, my name is Damilare Harun Adebaki, and I've been honored to be one of the overall best graduate students of the University State of Lagos. With my colleague here, we graduated with a perfect CGPA.
Wow.
You deserve an applause. You deserve an applause. A perfect CGPA. Wow. So please introduce yourself, the second perfect man.
No, not perfect. Okay, my name is Samuel Akiade Badekale, also the joint overall best graduating student from the University of Lagos.
Amazing.
with a perfect CGPA of 5.00
Wow.
or 5.00 for the Department of Cell Biology and Genetics. So it's
Wow.
nice being here.
Wow. That's not even an easy course. Anyway,
That's the future.
we're going to look for you when we need to mentor some people in the future. When I need to teach my students maths, my children, I mean maths and science, I will come knocking on your door. But quickly, just in 1 minute, let us know. So I would start with Damilare. Let us know what this means to you, and just in a minute, what you have learned from this and how it will impact on some of your future decisions and aspirations.
Yeah, it's been really amazing. One of the things about life is you begin a journey, and no matter how much you are able to measure the magnitude, you never come on to realize it till you actually go on to achieve it. And since this has actually, since the dream came true, it's been really massive. I would want to really appreciate the love I felt from my community and from the things that I've heard from them, how inspired they are. And I'm very proud to be able to give a lot of hope to the younger ones. It's a time when we're hearing about younger ones delving into so many practices that one would not be so proud of. And I just hope that this will actually go on to motivate them to put in a lot of effort and work into becoming better individuals that add a lot of value to society.
Amazing. That's really a profound one to say. And it's my hope that you will keep on this record, keep on achieving and inspiring for years and years to come. Congratulations once again from all of us at Sahara Group. Over to you, the perfect man who says it's not so perfect.
Okay, how would I say I feel? I'll say it's an amazing feeling, but also one that it's a call to action. I think I grew up in the popular city of Mushin, Lagos, so the narrative surrounding that. And actually, I received a call to the local government from the local government chairman recently, and it was actually an avenue to actually inspire others and show truly people that education can be a means to actually reach out to people and inspire the change you desire in the community. Things that seem like a change in the community, and with that, we've been making plans. But it's actually an amazing feeling being put out there, seeing my pictures everywhere, especially the shy. And yet, seeing people giving these congratulatory responses, telling them how you inspired them, how you actually pushed them to strive harder in their dream courses, in their dream works, in their dream careers. I think it's actually been an amazing feeling, and all glory to God for it.
Amazing. It's so good to hear from you, and we wish you all the best, all the love from us in the Saharaverse. Tune in to Asharami Radio this Friday and every other Friday. Asharami Radio is your listening.